gotta share the recipe. So I've got pasta roller and some dough going. Oh, and it's in the cookbook already on Amazon. The recipe for that blueberry pie. I'm running the new recipe for this vegan dough, and I'm doing recipe number 2 in the upcoming book, so sign up underneath if you want to get the notice when the book is published, which is going to be in about 2 weeks. So you want to sign up. And these are going to turn into layers. See how it's getting longer and longer? This is going to turn into layers of field roast. This is homemade field roast. So this is recipe number 2 of your vegan pasta rolling machine, do it yourself at home type of cookbook coming out. Here's what happens when I put it through on number 6. Solid. La, 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 la. So you want to lay these out just lay them out. Alright, what I'm doing now is rubbing on the paste. And I've got that on, and then I'm going to layer the slices. Now we're not going to be too careful about how it's layered, because eventually this is just going to be the texture of the individual little pieces of field roast. This one is the thinnest one, really, and I don't recommend it. If you do it that thin, it will be very hard to lift and transfer. So go to a number 5 on your macaroni dial. See, kitchen utensils are fun, and those old things that you might have in your closet, you can still use those things to create new things that are equally as believed to be healthy, and hopefully are, as the foods that were made before. Now we're going to take and create that texture, that meat texture I was talking about. In order to do this, we're going to end up cutting it and then reforming it. And this is also going to be a time when it would probably be good to run it through the macaroni roller if we could. But not necessary. that would take and press it together probably too much. And I want that thinner layer along with these thicker layers, different texture and consistency. I want the little grainy bits of lemon herb and hoisin sauce spices to sink in, and I can feel it very soft to the touch here. And this is a great recipe if you are allergic to soy, like I am, and not actually testing high allergens to any wheat products, then you're good. I am going to use a different kind of knife. Just for the fun of it. I am using a different kind of knife. And I'm going to slice these. And now you can see that I have achieved a meat-like, meaty texture. A very meaty texture here. And it's still fluffy like bread. But I've got that texture, and I've got good juices all throughout, just through and through. Yum. Okay. This is not an exact science. Now you can take these and make individual steaks by simply rolling them and then pressing them flat. And that is a kind of like a small, thin steak shape. Wheat burgers there. And this dough is perfect to hold these shapes, even though as fragile as it is, really. It's there. And I'm going to cook it on this cookie sheet, so I'm going to set it aside. I'm just going to sneak in here and add a little more of this caramel sauce, because I think it should really get caramelized in. And just remember, just for your information, it's in the cookbook, and this is not made from caramel or white sugar. So get that cookbook, get these recipes, because these recipes are completely their own wonderful caramel sauce recipe. Caramel sauce. delicious. And the funny thing about it is it does have some nutrients that are commonly found in meat. So this may give the greater sensation overall of the old-fashioned experience of a texture and a nutrient that we're used to eating along with this flavor. Maybe it's a good thing, maybe not. We will see. After this caramelizes and cooks. Now I'm cooking these on 350. And they'll be in there for a little bit. Pop them in the oven. Okay, after about 8 minutes, of cooking gives us light golden edges. And they are ready for pan frying at this point, or storing and cooking later. Let's see, we can always taste one. So, texture, flaky. And the sauce. Perfect. It almost tastes like barbecue sauce because of the lemon pepper combining with the with that caramel sauce. And that would probably make a really good barbecue sauce there. You just need to store them and use them within 3 days. So don't make too many. This much bread was probably just a day's, just a cup of wheat. So really not much there. But you've got to try this. Get in the kitchen, make up some field roast mock meat. And this is just some scraps I had. I just cooked it in there with the caramel sauce. Yeah, that is so amazing. Lots of texture. And here it is. This is it. This is the ultra tender, amazingly savory steaks. A field roast